Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Our topic for today will be on decarbonization. What are the objectives of this topic we are going to see? Learners will understand and have the basic knowledge of the definition and basic principle of decarbonization, what carbon deposit means, the causes of decarbonization, the effects of decarbonization, the symptoms of decarbonization, why the need to decarbonize, what are the various tools used for decarbonization, the types of decarbonization and their processes. Decarbonization can simply be defined as a process of removing carbon deposits from the engine. The best time to decarbonize an engine is after the vehicle has gone for about 50,000 kilometers. This period is called the preventive maintenance, and your vehicle could have too much carbon built up. This carbon deposit can be found around the exhaust valve, in the exhaust, in the cylinder head, on the piston, and on the intake and exhaust manifold. Engine decarbonization simply means the cleaning or the removal of carbon deposits from the combustion chamber. What is carbon deposits? Relating it to our acid, there was a time our forefathers were using firewood to cook in a closed hut. That's black thick smoke that usually generates because there is no cross ventilation for the smoke to go out, resulting to the carbon deposit on the wall. That black thick smoke being deposited on the wall is what we mean by carbon deposits. Engines are designed to create the proper environment for the combustion, but are not designed to extract all the energies from fuel. During this combustion process, there are portions of fuel that are just not completely combusted. They end up either in the exhaust or attached to the surface of the combustion chamber. Carbon deposits are mostly carbon and aromatic carbon in the highly combusted resistant states. As the combustion process takes place, this carbon deposit, that is the excess gases, not all will leave the combustion chamber. So some will stick and will settle on the piston. So decarbonization is a process of removing this carbon deposit from the engine. In the layman terms, a carbon deposit is left over hydrocarbon chain, that is a fuel, because your engine couldn't burn it all. We look at the causes of carbonization. We have one, improper burning of fuel. Some fuel we have here are of low quality and of low standard, and sometimes this fuel comes with impurities such as dust and water, most especially when this impurity mixes up with fuel and goes to the combustion chamber. It does not give room for the complete combustion to take place, thereby producing carbon deposits, depositing it on the piston and the cylinder wall. We have oil spillage. The oil rings are fixed on the piston so that it can allow the lubrication of the piston, so as not to be worn out. When these oil rings are not effective, that is either broken or expanded due to heat, they allow excess oil into the combustion chamber, and when this excess oil enters during power stroke, when the fuel is being ignited and burned, this ignition actually causes the oil also to burn, and this process, carbon is being built up. In most cases, oil spillage usually accelerates the amount of carbon built up in the engine by 50%. That is, most causes of carbon buildup deposits are from the oil spillage, and it happens sooner than improper burning of fuel. We have another causes here, general buildup. When we talk about general buildup, no matter how you maintain your car, carbon buildup or deposit are inevitable. You must come across it. We have the wrong timing. When your valve or your valve train is not being timed to the standard specification of the manufacturer, this allows the valve to open and close at the wrong time, either during the intake valve or within the exhaust valve. Last but not the least, we have the burnt gaskets. This causes occurs when heat produced by the engine is too much for the gasket of the cylinder head and the cylinder block. This heat tends to burn off this gasket, and in this process, carbon is being spilled or deposited into the combustion chamber, and there is a need for decarbonization. We have effects of carbonization. 1. Valve not closing properly. Carbon deposits sit on valves and on the tips also. When this deposit is being spilled up, the valve distorts, does not close properly, which allow more fuel into the combustion chamber required for the inlet and the outlet. This valve not closing properly allows the combustion process to be hindered. This is when in the compression stroke, if the exhaust valve is still open and the compression stroke is taking place, it allows the compressed air fuel mixture to escape, and also it deters combustion. Another effect here is spark plug fouling. When we talk about the spark plug fouling, in this effect, when carbon deposits are much on the piston, the piston tends to hit the spark plug, thereby closing the tips of the spark plug. This process does not allow spark to be introduced into the compressed fuel during the power stroke to the compressed fuel or mixture into the combustion chamber. We have the third effect here, which is the exhaust sensor failing. When carbon deposits are much, the sensor sends wrong signal to the brain burst. The fourth effect here we have is a preignition. This carbon deposit, when fuel oil mixture is being added, this process allows the ignition to be ignited even before spark during the power stroke is being introduced by the spark plug. We have the engine knock as one of the effects. This engine knock refers mostly to the noise that we hear from our engines on our vehicle. This noise coming out of your engine is being increased at a greater rate. Last but not the least, we talk about the increased emission. This is mainly noticed at your tailpipe. Instead of water coming out from your tailpipe, you tend to see black smoke coming out. This is a sign of effect of decarbonization. It tells you that carbonization is needed to be carried out in your engine. What are the symptoms of carbonization? We have lack of power output. This is when you notice that the output your vehicle gives you has been reduced. We have a low mileage from car. This symptom is being noticed whereby you accelerate your vehicle and it still go at a very low speed, resulting in low mileage. Black soot deposits spilling out of the exhaust. This can be seen or noticed when you have a thick black smoke or soot spilling out of your exhaust. Why do we need to decarbonize? We need to decarbonize, 1, to restore or improve fuel efficiency, to maximize vehicle performance, we need to decarbonize to reduce harmful emissions. We need to decarbonize to reduce engine noise, that is the engine knock and vibration. We need to decarbonize to repair valve drive stability problem, eliminate engines agitation, hard start, and rough idling. What are the tools needed for decarbonizing a vehicle? This is a physical process of decarbonizing a vehicle. We have a scraper that can be used, we have a wire brush, we have a washing brush, emery paper, that is the sandpaper, we have the fuel, that is our petrol, we have a clean dry clothes. What are the processes of decarbonization? We have two processes of decarbonization, which are: one, chemical decarbonization, and two, physical or mechanical decarbonization. About the chemical decarbonization, we're talking about this process. This process utilizes alcohol and terpenes, which are added to the conventional fuel supply. This dissolve the carbon deposit formed in various parts of the engine, such as the fuel injectors, crown rings, piston, etc. This carbon is ejected by the exhaust. This process involves running of chemical compounds along with the fuel through the engine to break down carbon deposits. This then gets flushed out along with the exhaust gases. Second one we have here is physical and mechanical decarbonization, which we're going to talk about. In this technique, the engine is open and the carbon deposits are physically scraped up the block, piston, and the cylinder head. In the hands of a well-trained and experienced mechanic, this process is highly successful, but with an incompetent one, it can be disastrous of the engine. Hence, the need for the chemical technique is required as well. This involves opening up the cylinder head, removing the intake and exhaust valve, and physically scraping the carbon deposit off the valve, cylinder head, and manifold over and over again until it results to a clean run. You can see this as an effect of decarbonization. This is before the decarbonization of a cylinder block and a cylinder head.
In this practical illustration of physical decarbonization, we are going to take our cylinder block and our cylinder head as our main specimen. As you can see, we have our cylinder block and our cylinder head before the carbonization process. If you examine it well enough, you notice there are black spots, black deposits on each. This is the carbon deposit that will be decarbonized in this process. Now we'll go to the next and first process of physical decarbonization.
The physical decarbonization now. This is the first step on how to go about your physical decarbonization. First, the scraping of deposit from the cylinder block. As you can see an image here, scraping up the carbon deposit from the cylinder head. The second steps we have here are brush off the scrape deposits and add fuel or petrol to soften the remaining deposits of the cylinder block. The reason for the fuel and petrol being introduced with your brush is to soften the remaining deposit, because in our the first step we had the picture of an image scraping out the carbon deposits first. The second step is to introduce your fuel to soften the remaining deposits on the cylinder block, piston, cylinder head, or valve. This is third step in the physical decarbonization. This third step
This process basically involves repeating your first and second step so as to eliminate all carbon deposits on the cylinder head. You scrape over again, brush and add fuel over again so as to eliminate all carbon deposits completely. Now you see, physical decarbonization is very easy, only it takes time and it is labor efficient. We've come to the end of this instruction and I hope you've gained one or two. Thank you.
Now we are done with our decarbonization. We have now the before and the after. This is before decarbonization and it is after decarbonization. Why do we need to decarbonize? We need to decarbonize, one, to restore or improve fuel efficiency, to maximize vehicle performance. We need to decarbonize to reduce harmful emissions. We need to decarbonize to reduce